hold on just a minute. Let me just pop in the office. It's been about a month, you know, I feel like a flipping vampire that's just come out of a deep sleep. Money! What haven't you done in the last month?
Well, I haven't spoken to you.
No! 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 Flipping it! We haven't made no videos!
I know, sort yourself out!
Starting from today, get the flipping goddamn videos going. You got it?
Yes, sir.
You're the boss. I'm the flipping lackey.
Yeah, okay. I'll show the work to you.
Right, see you later. Hello everybody. It's been a while, haven't put a video out. By the way, I've forgotten my camera today, so I'm having to use my phone, so we're going to have a bit of shaky footage. Anyway, I've got a real bullshit topic to talk about, but it's all I've got at the minute. 2016 Toyota Auris, ex-taxi by the way. It's been sold to an American guy. He's brought it back in because one of his reverse lights don't work, and number two, more importantly, his handbrake lever is kind of like, when it's in the off position, it keeps popping back up like that and putting his like chimer on saying his handbrake's on. So I thought I'd take a look and show you what I found. I'm going to start with the obvious, the lights. Because he's American, you've got to understand they don't have rear fog lights in America. So I'm going to put the ignition on, stick it in reverse gear, and I'm going to switch the lights on and put the rear fog light on. Go around to the back of the car. You'll notice he said his reverse light doesn't work on the driver's side. That's because it's a bloody fog light. So there you go. But by law in this country, you've got to have a fog light on the driver's side rear. And there's his one reverse light. I guess it's a bit cheapskate really of Toyota. They should give you two reverse lights because you'd see better in the dark. But that's the way they do it anyway. So there you go, that's his lights sorted out. This handbrake lever, if it's in the off position, it's kind of springy. It's not sitting down properly. So if I've only got to pull it up just slightly, and you notice the parking light keeps coming on. So he's getting that coming on while he's driving along. So I'm kind of wondering, why is that handbrake sitting, well, not staying securely in the off position? And if I pull it up, it comes up a long way. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, it's either needs adjustment or it's got a seized cable or something wrong with one of the calipers. So I'm going to have a look underneath first. Now before we go flinging parts at this car, I'm just going to point something out. You've got your handbrake cable either side, and the side, this is the driver's side, the passenger side is exactly the same as this side, okay, what I'm going to show. So you've got your handbrake cable coming up to the lever, and the lever there is on its stop. That's in the off position. So when the handbrake is pushed on, it will push that lever round, like so. But what I'm going to show here, that cable is really loose in there. So that says to me, in actual fact, I've just pulled that out with my hand. I can pull the cable out of the handbrake slot on the lever, just with my fingers, and you shouldn't be able to do that. And if I come round to the passenger side, if I can shed some light on it, this side as well, see that, how loose that is? I can pull that cable out of there as well. And I can't really do this with my fingers, but if I pull this handbrake lever down, it returns quite nicely because the spring is working. And if this was seized, it wouldn't return and go onto its stop as it is there, but it does. So that's perfectly fine. So I'll come back to this side. What I'm going to do, before I carry on, both sides, if I grab hold of the cable, I can push the cable in and pull it out like that. Now if either of these two cables were seized up, you wouldn't be able to do that. You wouldn't be able to push that cable in or pull it out. So that just goes to show the cables are not seized, they're perfectly free. So I'm going to push that handbrake cable back into place. Sorry guys, this is trying to do this one-handed with a bloody phone in your hand is not the easiest of tasks. But our cable's back in there, but you see how loose it is. So it just says to me, we've got a serious case of bad adjustment. That side as well. It's loose as hell. And I reckon what I'm trying to say is, these levers, if that cable was tighter, these levers, the spring on that lever, when it comes to the off position, it should pull the cable and pull your handbrake lever down and hold it down. So it's them levers that are actually holding your handbrake cable in the off position. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to adjust the handbrake cable, if I can find it. I don't even know where the bloody adjuster is at the minute. But looking under here, if I follow the cables along, they kind of go around the fuel tank and they go, there they go, up inside the car. So they're two independent cables, they're separate to each other. They both go inside the car, so I guess the adjustment's up by the handbrake lever. So we'll go bring the car back down and I'll find the adjuster inside the car. Well, ain't this just easy? The centre console where your cup holder is, that panel just pulls up and it slides straight off. Woo! And there you go. That top nut there, I've actually undone this already just to save time. That's a 10mm lock nut. So I shall get that 10mm off. And there's our adjuster. Now I've got some long nose pliers here, just so we can kind of see how much movement we've got in this, or how much plays in that cable. Can you see that? See that amount of, even though I'm putting the bloody handbrake lever up, there's quite a bit of slack in that cable. Quite a bit, I would say. The idea here is to adjust the cable up, but we don't want to adjust it up to the point where we're pulling the levers off the stops on the rear calipers, if you know what I mean. But what I'll do is, I shall apply my 10mm socket. Look at that, I can do that finger and thumb on the bloody ratchet. It's that loose. So, bloody hell. I'm not even using the ratchet, I'm just spinning it with my fingers, spinning the bar. Let's see how that pulls up now. Oh, that feels, and do you know what? That handbrake is actually held down now. Like I would say, when them levers, because them levers have got springs on them, they return to the stop, to their off position on the calipers, and that pulls the cable as well, sort of thing. So it keeps your handbrake lever held firmly down. What I'll do is I'll go just a tad more. Well, that's more than a tad, but anyway. Oh my god, that feels good. That feels so good. Oh my god. I'll tell you, when this guy gets his hand back on this handbrake, oh yeah. That's a job well done. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go underneath again and I'm going to check that the handbrake levers are not off their stops, because they should still be on their stops. If we go too far, we've got a chance of pulling them off their stops and making the bloody brakes bind, and we don't want that. Let's see what's occurring. Right, that handbrake lever, I would say, is just off the stop by probably not even a millimetre. But is the wheel binding? Nope, that's nice and free. And the other side, that's about the same. I've got it over adjusted just a fraction, but there again, as long as the wheel isn't binding, it's not that big a deal having it off the stop just by a fraction. But ideally they should be right up, butted up against their stops. So I might just slacken the cable off just a fraction, just to sort that out. And that's it. But that handbrake definitely feels 100% better now. Yeah. Well, can't complain. That was a nice easy job. Didn't need no parts putting on it. Okay, I've loosened that just a fraction because I reckon we're pretty much there anyway. My lock nut, spin that on. In actual fact, I'm going to have to hold the nut below with a spanner so it doesn't fly off. Oh well, keep spinning if you know what I mean. And then tighten the lock nut. There, that's it. And now, last but least, pull that up a bit. You've got to slot the actual gear lever gator over the handbrake lever. Come on, you can do it. And then this whole centre console panel piece just pops back in, really easy. But that, yeah, that's down nice and firm now. That feels good. Right, I'm just going to move forward and then pull the handbrake up. Oh yeah, that stops well. Brilliant. Excellent. Woo! Anyway, I know this was a bullshit video, but hey, I just wanted to make something, and this is it. This is the best I can offer for today. This weekend, however, I am going to put a video out because my van, my Mercedes Vito van, is off the road. I've decided not to put it through its MOT test again because there is just too much needs doing, as in the way of rust. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my van on the ramp, the 4-poster ramp, and I'm going to show the destruction to it. I'm going to show you all the rust, but I'm also going to tell you what I think of it. I know I've done a video about that van before, but I'm going to do another one. What the hell. Anyway, that was a nice, simple little job today. So the customer will be pleased with that. His handbrake is perfect again. He won't keep putting his bloody light on and annoying him. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!